Renting costs 38% less than buying a home right now. You've been told your entire life that renting's throwing money away, that homeownership is the only path to financial security. But what if almost everything you've been told is based on outdated math? Today we're exposing the real costs, hidden expenses adding $16,000 or more per year, the equity myth, and the down payment opportunity cost that changes everything. If you want money breakdowns with actual numbers and real strategies, hit like, subscribe, and stick with us, because this might completely change your biggest financial decision. Let's start with what's actually happening in January 2026. According to Bankrate's 2025 study, the average monthly mortgage payment in the United States is $2,768, including principal, interest, property taxes, and insurance. Average monthly rent? $2,000. That's $768 monthly, or $9,216 yearly. Renting is cheaper than buying in all 50 of the largest US metro areas, every single one. In 38 of those metros, the gap grew even larger compared to last year. San Francisco, $8,486 for a mortgage versus $3,024 in rent. That's 191% more. An extra $5,462 every single month just to own. San Jose, a $4,783 monthly gap. That's over $57,000 annually. But those are coastal cities. What about normal places? Fair question. Only 18 of the top 50 metros favour buying. Even in Chicago, the best market for buyers, you're only saving $495 per month. So the best case scenario saves under $500 a month. Meanwhile, most of the country sees buying cost an extra $800 to $5,000 every single month. So why does everyone say you should buy? They're repeating advice from 20 years ago, when rates were 3 to 4% and home prices were half of today's. But we're not in that world anymore. Interest rates are 6.5% to 7%. The median home price crossed $500,000. That monthly payment has become a financial anchor. Everyone says you're building equity when you buy, right? That difference must be worth it. Let's talk about what they don't mention. Here's what the mortgage calculator doesn't show you. According to Zillow and Thumbtack's late 2025 analysis, hidden home ownership costs add up to $15,979 per year nationwide. That's an extra $1,325 every month on top of your mortgage. Maintenance, $10,946 per year, almost $11,000 annually just to keep your house functional. Furnace, $4,000 to $6,000. New roof, $8,000 to $15,000. Plumbing emergency, $500 to $2,000. 42% of homeowners say these costs were higher than expected. People who did their homework still got blindsided. Property taxes, $3,030 per year. Unlike rent, this only goes up. Your city reassesses, decides your house is worth more, and you pay higher taxes. Homeowners insurance, $2,003 per year. Premiums have surged 48% in 5 years, nearly twice as fast as incomes. Miami, $4,607 annually, up 72%. New Orleans, up 79%. Sacramento, 59%. Atlanta, 58%. These are budget-breaking increases while you're locked into your mortgage. In coastal metros, hidden costs reach $24,381 in New York, $22,781 in San Francisco, $21,320 in Boston. So the real monthly cost: mortgage, $2,768, hidden costs, $1,325. Total, over $4,000 per month. Meanwhile, renters pay $2,000 monthly, all in, predictable. That's a $2,000 monthly difference, $24,000 yearly. Bankrate's 2025 survey found unexpected maintenance costs were the #1 regret among homeowners with buyer's remorse. So if renting saves $2,000 or more every month, why do people say you're throwing money away? Rent is just money down the drain. You've heard it 1,000 times. Maybe your parents told you. Maybe your friend who bought at 25 won't stop reminding you. But let's examine what throwing money away actually means, because home ownership throws away more than you think. Myth number 1, rent is wasted, mortgages build equity. Only the principal portion builds equity. interest, taxes, insurance, maintenance. That's all gone forever, just like rent. In early mortgage years, over 80% of your payment goes to interest. On a $2,768 mortgage, you're throwing away about $2,200 monthly. Only $568 builds equity. The renter paying $2,000, not building home equity, but also not paying interest, property taxes, or repair bills. Myth number 2. You build wealth through home equity. US home appreciation averages 3.4% annually, barely above inflation. But if you rent for $2,000 instead of paying $4,000 in total home ownership costs, you have $2,000 left over. Invest that $2,000 monthly at 8% returns. After 10 years, $365,000 or more in liquid investments. Compare that to a homeowner's $100,000 to $150,000 in equity. The renter has over double the wealth and it's accessible. But here's the game changer. The down payment opportunity cost. A $400,000 home with 20% down equals $80,000 up front. If you invested that $80,000 in the S&P 500 at 10% returns, after 10 years, $207,000. After 20 years, $537,000. After 30 years, $1.4 million. That same $80,000 in your home at 3.4% appreciation. After 30 years, $218,000. The opportunity cost? Over $1.2 million. Plus you'll pay roughly $300,000 in mortgage interest, $90,000 in property taxes, $60,000 in insurance, and $330,000 in maintenance over 30 years. This only works if you actually invest that money. Most people don't. They spend it. Myth number 3. Homeownership equals security. 60% of homeowners over 65 still carry debt. Home equity doesn't help in emergencies because it's illiquid. You can't pay bills with it unless you borrow against it, creating more debt. Homeowners do average 40 times the net worth of renters. But is that because buying makes you wealthy, or because wealthy people buy homes? It's correlation, not causation. People with the discipline to save $80,000 were already wealth building. The house didn't create it. Their habits did. Real quick, which shocked you more? The $16,000 in hidden costs or the $1.2 million opportunity cost? Drop a comment. Team rent or team buy, and why? If this is shifting how you see the biggest purchase of your life, hit like so more people see this before they sign, and subscribe to MindCraft for weekly breakdowns with real numbers. Now here's where it gets nuanced, because renting isn't always the answer. Look, I'm not here to tell you buying is always bad, or that you should rent forever. I'm here to tell you when the math actually works, and when it doesn't. There are absolutely situations where buying is smarter. You just need to know what they are. Here's a quick test. Calculate your market's price to rent ratio. Take the home price and divide it by the annual rent for a similar place. Under 15, buying might make sense. Over 20, the math favours renting. Many major cities are hitting 25 to 30 right now, meaning you pay double or triple to own what you could rent for. Now, the specific situations where buying makes sense. Buy when you're staying 7 years or more. Break even used to be 3 to 5 years. With 3 to 4% closing costs and ongoing expenses, you now need 7 years or more to recoup those costs. Buy when you have 20% down, plus an emergency fund. That 20% lets you avoid PMI, private mortgage insurance, which can add $100 to $300 per month. It also gets you better rates, but draining your savings means the first repair forces you into debt. Buy when total costs are under 28% of gross income. Mortgage, taxes, insurance, maintenance, HOA fees, everything. Above that, you're house poor. Buy in markets where the gap is small. Detroit, Chicago, Cleveland, places where buying costs $500 or less than renting each month. If buying costs double or triple rent, you're paying a massive premium. Buy when you value stability over flexibility. Mortgages lock in your payment. Rent increases 2.7 to 10% annually, but you're trading flexibility and the cost is brutal. Selling means 6% in agent fees plus closing costs. That can wipe out years of equity in one transaction. Get a better job offer across the country. The renter is gone in 30 days. The homeowner is trapped. If you check all those boxes, buying works. If not, renting might build more wealth. But here's the critical part most people miss. Renting only builds wealth if you invest the difference. And I need to be brutally honest. Most people don't. They see that extra $2,000 each month and think, great, I can finally afford to live a little. Better restaurants, nicer vacations, a new car. And just like that, the wealth building advantage evaporates. So here's how you actually win. The strategy. Step 1. Calculate your housing savings. Total home ownership costs minus rent equals your wealth building gap. Step 2. Automate 100% into investments. The day after payday, automatically invest the full difference. Treat it like a mortgage, non-negotiable. Step 3. Invest in diversified index funds. S&P 500, total market funds, 8 to 10% historical returns. Consistent, boring, effective. Step 4. Maintain a 6-month emergency fund. Renters need liquidity. Keep 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account. Step 5. Preserve flexibility. Move for better jobs. Relocate to lower-cost areas. Pivot when opportunities arise. Now here's the catch. This requires discipline most people don't have. Home ownership is forced savings. Renting requires being your own enforcer. If you can't automate and resist lifestyle inflation, home ownership might be better. Not because the math is better, but because the structure forces wealth building. And that's okay. Knowing yourself is half the battle. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. There's no universal right answer. Buying isn't inherently better for wealth. Renting isn't throwing money away if you invest the savings. The best choice depends on your timeline, discipline, market, and life goals. Your action steps. 1. Calculate the real cost of both options, not just the mortgage, but everything. 2. Be brutally honest about whether you'll actually invest the difference. 3. Make the decision based on math and your goals, not what you're supposed to do. Bottom line, renting costs 38% less nationally. Home ownership adds $16,000 to $21,000 in hidden annual costs. The opportunity cost can be massive. Buying makes sense for 7+ year timelines with 20% down in reasonable markets. Renting builds more wealth if you invest the difference with discipline. But here's what really matters. The house you can't afford won't make you rich, it'll make you stressed and broke. The decision you make with clear eyes and real numbers, that changes everything. Hit like if this gave you clarity. Subscribe to MindCraft for weekly money breakdowns that cut through the BS. And comment, what's holding you back? The down payment, fear of missing equity, or trusting yourself to invest? This is MindCraft, where ideas become action, and action becomes your future.